folks, how are you all doing? My name is Esther and welcome to my channel. This channel is a channel where I bring different things. Alright, so the three things that I make videos on is 1, God, 2, my life, and 3, social justice events. So I can teach you to be the best version of who you can be. And I had 6 weeks of Esther series, and this was my last series, and then I said I was gonna bring back 2 videos, and then, well, life happened.
Don't be mad at me, cause I don't ever wanna be what I don't have to be, yeah. I die happily, knowing that I never only gave you half of me, yeah. So take me, but take your time, cause I don't wanna spend the rest of my life. So just vibe with me, take a seat, let it loose and just ride with me. I just wanna be me.
I'll tell you more about that in my Esther's live video, but today's video is an Esther Minister's video because I have missed preaching to you, and we're starting a brand new series today. So let's get right into today's video. Hey folks, how are you all doing? If this is your first time here, welcome. I am so excited that you're here. I am excited because I love teaching people about God. For those who have been here before, you know I had an entire series about John chapter 15, and it was, I have missed preaching to you all. So today, we're starting a brand new series, and this series, I'm excited about it for one particular reason. It is for those who are excited, but also nervous about God. It is for people who have try to read the Bible over and over again. They want to read through the Bible and they start and they're like, I don't get this. Why is it so complicated? What is going on? Like, maybe the Bible is boring to them, to us, to you. Maybe there's some parts of the Bible you read and you're like, can I really get into this? This is for you, okay? I'm excited, okay? So this series basically is story time with Esther. That's me. So basically what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna do this trial run, okay? And I need you, I'm asking you, every single person who watches this video, please leave one comment on what you think of this. Any comment you want. I'm not gonna tell you how or what I want. I just want to leave one comment about what you think of this story time. If I don't get anything, if I get things for less than 5 people, actually let's make it 10, right? Because it's like 100 plus of us. 100 plus, what? I know. So out of 100 plus, I think 10 is not too much. Let's get 10 comments on this video. Okay, 10 comments on this video, and I will know how to go about this series. I'm going to go through the Bible from Genesis to as long as I can go. But instead of reading it to you or preaching to you about it, I'm actually gonna say it like I'm just telling you a story about what happened in my day. Here we go. So the story today is a story that's not from, I'm not gonna start from Genesis. I'm gonna tell you a story about Queen Esther. What? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the story about Queen Esther, alright? So here we go. A long time ago, like a very, very long time ago, right? So there was this girl, right? Her name was Hadassah, right? She's a Jew, and her people, the Israelites, were in bondage, right? Like they were in Persia and they were in bondage. But guess what? They were just told very recently, like, people can start going back to Israel. Oh my gosh, she was so excited. So she went to her uncle Mordecai, right? He's not her parents, because her parents actually sadly were dead, right? So her parents were dead. So she went to her uncle Mordecai, right? And she's like, hey, Uncle Mordecai, guess what? We can move back to Israel. And he's like, yeah, that's great and everything, but here's the thing. I believe that we just have to be patient and let's just see how this goes. And she's like, okay, cool. And then while they were there, she actually could not go by her name Hadassah. She had to go by Esther. Esther is Persian for star, right? A Persian name. Okay, so She, being a very obedient young lady, waited for her uncle's direction on where she would go. What did she do? Well, flee to the other side of the country. The king of Persia, Xerxes, right? Xerxes is like this dude who's like scared of going into war. He knew war was coming, but this dude was like in denial. He's like, hey, let's party like there's no tomorrow. So basically he was like having this ginormous party, right? Just ginormous party. He had it for days, right? He's like using the money that he should be using to, train his warriors and all this stuff, right? This guy was just like all about denial. I don't know if you can relate to that, but I know I can. So he's having this party. And after having his party with his friends, he's like, yo, Queen Vashti, my girl, you wanna have a party with your girls? And she's like, yeah, let's have a party with our girls. So he had another set of parties this time. His Queen Vashti and her girls had their own party too. So one day there was this series of party. It wasn't like a one-day party, it was like a week-long party. It was like, I think it was like day 4. He was like wasted, y'all. He was so drunk. He's like, yo, go bring the queen, man. She's so fine. Let's show the whole world how far my queen is, That's where my queen be at, right? Queen V, Queen Vashti. So they're like, he's like, go get the queen. And she's like, with her girls, and like, they come and say, hey, King Xerxes wants you to come and show up your loveliness. Put on your crown, put on your finest, gown, come and, show yourself. And she's all like, heavens no, I ain't showing myself. Like, what am I, piece of, trophy wife? I ain't no trophy wife. I'm the queen of the land, okay? She did not know how to use a soft tongue, y'all. She was like, it's true that she should have defended, like she should have not let herself be an object, but she should have known his husband was like this drunken fool, right? And I'll tell you a story about another girl in the future who was smart about her husband. Well, this guy, Vashti, was not about to take that. She's like, peace out. Nope, I'm the queen. I ain't doing that. And they were like, ooh, okay. I guess we're gonna let the king know. He's like, yeah, go tell him. So they go to the king, right? And they tell Xerxes, they're like, your queen ain't coming because she ain't about that life. And he's like, I'm the king. She ain't the queen no more. Can you believe it, guys? Drunken dude is like, Vashti, dethroned. You being cancelled. So no more Vashti in the kingdom. And she's like, hoy. Now here's the thing about it. Back then, where she was in the land of Persia, just because you're not queen anymore does not mean you are not you're not living in the palace anymore. She's basically not queen, but she's still his concubine. So whether she likes it or not, she's stuck with him. So she's like dethroned. And okay, so this dude, next day, awake, hungover, and thinking, I need a queen. What do I do? So one of these guys was like, well, there's some pretty ladies in the, in the kingdom. Let's go get them. Well, guess who got picked up by these people? It was not like, I would like to be people who may be queen. It's not like, you live in this land, you come to the palace. Esther got chosen with like many other ladies, and they took them to the palace. And she's like, what do I do? Mordecai's like, it's okay, go ahead. So she goes, they get there, right? And basically what they did is not like, you just go and stand before the king. They have an entire year, you guys. Jealous. 1 year of pampering, like literally a full year of pampering. What? Yeah, I know. So they take care of them for a full year, like just literally just being pampered for a year. So at the end of 1 year, they get to choose anything from this harem of jewelry, clothing, anything they want, because whatever they take from there, it's gonna be theirs forever. So where is my Louis Vuitton bag? Let me put some Chanel up in there, right? So they're all choosing what they want. While Esther, because she had learned to follow leadership and not rush into things, she went to the person who's going to them say, what do you think I should do? And he said, see the statement piece? rocket. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna do that. Keep it simple. So they're all going before the king, and he's all like, no, thank you. You are my queen. But remember, just like Vashti, they just become concubine. Doesn't mean they're God. They belong to him now. I know, sad life. And Esther goes there looking all fabulous in her statement piece. And like Xerxes are like, oh yeah, Queen Esther. So Esther becomes queen. Oh my gosh, how crazy is that, right? So now here's the thing though. Remember this dude is in denial. He also had enemies among his own people. So now here, Esther is queen, right? And you're thinking, life of ease. Not so fast. Among the people who were serving Xerxes are people who wanted to get rid of him. They wanted to kill him. Well, her uncle heard about it and told the king. Okay? They told the king, and guess what happened? God used Mordecai, and God kept that. Mordecai was not rewarded right away. As a matter of fact, the king basically forgot that Mordecai saved his life. They just put his name in the book of records and say, okay, cool. Mordecai is a good guy. Now, I'm going to end this video here because it's already long as it is, but if I get 10 thumbs up and 10 comments, I'm gonna continue the story of what happened next because it gets a little dicey. Alright y'all, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm excited. I love y'all. Bye. Hi folks, like I said, my name is Esther Lawi. If this is your first time, I just want to say welcome. I am here to talk to you about God. Yeah, that's my husband. His story. This series episode, whatever you want to call it, series with Esther story. It's like as told by Esther. Okay, this is like something that I started doing with my son when I was sleep training him, and I just want to tell him a story using like an everyday language, and I realized that this is something that could bless some people. So